my channel. It's your girl ttipsym, and I hope everybody's doing good. So today's video is a little bit different. It is just me sharing my fashion journey, where I'm at with in terms of fashion, my personal style, why I started my channel, everything that has to do with fashion and my journey in fashion. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on all the socials. I leave all the details in the description below. With that being said, let us get into the video. So I'll be just looking here so that I can keep track of what I am talking about, so that I just don't ramble. So now we're gonna just start with a bit of a backstory about me loving fashion. So honestly, when did I start liking fashion? I've always loved fashion, and a lot of people will tell you that Utipsi has been that person who always talks about fashion. And I remember my mom once told me as a kid I used to change like a million times a day. Iwashing bengiyenza because I was that girl, you know. And when I was a kid, I also wanted to be a fashion model. I was so inspired by Tyra Banks. I just looked up to her. I saw myself as a South African version of Tyra Banks. And as to how was I gonna get there, angazi, but I was just so confident, and it was just something I was just so sure that I wanted to do. Then when I was like 8 years old or so, I remember being really top billing, and they had David Klale, and they were talking about fashion, and I was like, you know what, I actually want to be a designer. Like honestly, I do want to be a designer. This sounds so interesting and sounds so much fun. My mom taught me how to sew, she taught me how to crochet, and in terms of mm, fashion, I think it's something that definitely runs in my family. So my mom, like when she was done with school, she wanted to be a designer, but they did not allow her to become one because whatever reason. And now that kind of passed on to me, now wanting to be a designer. My mom used to make her own clothes back in the day, and it kind of like that whole thing fell onto me because now I ended up making my own clothes from sewing or from crocheting. And yeah, it was just so much fun having to learn how to sew, how to crochet. Of a small project me and my mom did. She was going to a wedding, and we um, made the skirt, and it was just so much fun, you know. It was something that happened actually sometime last year. So yeah, so me and fashion is just something that I kind of like got from my family. A lot of people in my family know how to sew, and some of them ended up having their own businesses of loving fashion. And then in terms of career, so like I said, before we get to the career path, I've always, and back in my early teens when I used to get my allowance, each and every month I would buy a magazine called Grazia, which no longer exists in South Africa, and I do not know why. And it was so affordable. It was like 20 bucks, and we Puma weekly, but then I would just buy it once a month. And if you budget Iyavuma, I would buy a L magazine. And for me, just going through those magazines was just so much fun, so interesting, just seeing what's out there, the different styles, designers, um just enjoy everything that has to do with fashion. I enjoyed EL magazine basically because it's more of an editorial magazine. I just loved how they just made these abstract, unconventional type of photo shoots or whatever. And Ikras was just more a little bit subtle, but then I just enjoyed because it was just a fashion magazine, and I used to research more about fashion. And as much as I used to do a lot of research about fashion, I did not actually know much about it. It's just something that I actually did, and because it made me so much happy and it got me so much excited, I was just seeing myself as this big designer. Career path of fashion, I wanted to be a designer. So we started off being a fashion model to a designer, and from being a designer, I was just no longer so sure if being a designer was exactly something that I wanted to do. So as I continued to do much more research about becoming a designer and so on, I came across being a stylist, and that just grabbed my attention and was like, you know what, this was made for me. Like, this styling is definitely for me. And it just made so much sense. I've always knew that whatever it is that I'm going to do in life, like, fashion will always be there. Like, whatever, even if I decide to go this direction, but fashion will always be there. So I was like, but being a stylist sounds actually cool. I did a lot of research about becoming a stylist, about different types of stylists, everything that has to do with styling. And it just made me so much happy, and I loved it so much. So when I was done with school, number one, South Africa, we need to do better when it comes to fashion schools, right? So a lot of schools, they don't offer fashion styling as a course, in the sense that you'll get a degree or a diploma. It's always short courses, and then there's also other small schools that do a fashion styling course, meaning that you're only gonna get a certificate in fashion. And yeah, could we just have a whole full-blown course and on becoming a stylist, since it is also a growing industry? I think it's about time that we actually had something like that. So I decided to do that course. And I'm not going to mention the school because I'm not happy with that school. However, people who have been to that school, they abantu, yeah, they say a lot of nice things about it. I've seen, like, on social media, nana nani. But then, me personally, everything that I learned there is things that I've already learned from YouTube. So it was basically a waste of money, because everything I learned there, I learned from YouTube. And getting to more of the practical side, they also did not assist me, because you would submit an assignment and they will give you your next module, but they won't tell you what, girl, when it comes to this, change, you know. So I was like, you know what, I did finish the course. It was a short course, so all of these courses are very, like, short course. I did that. And a lot of stylists, to be honest, they never studied styling. They just took whatever direction they wanted to take, and then they just found themselves as stylists. So I just decided to actually go learn, because I thought that I would learn something different, but honestly I didn't learn anything, to be honest. So yeah, so what type of stylist do I want to be? I want to be a virtual, editorial, and a wardrobe style for film and television. So I did a video on my channel where I was explaining the different types of stylists. Editorial is more for the magazine, and I love editorial because it's a chance for you to just be yourself and just be unconventional, just do these avant-garde things. And yeah, I just love that side of editorial. Virtual styling, I've already started virtual styling in a way with the video fashion inspo videos that I do here on YouTube. There's a whole industry in virtual styling, just that now I'm just more focused on the one that I do on YouTube, virtual styling. But yeah, there's a whole business that you can have in terms of virtual styling. Wardrobe styling, that I want to do for film and television, especially film, because I just love the idea of working behind the scenes and just having this storyline, having to get into the minds of the characters. And you know, like, when I, like, already I have this segment on my channel where I just talk about being a uh, where I just talk about wardrobe reviews in different series and movies. And this for me is just so exciting, just because once you get into the mind of the character, it just makes sense. Like, you can't imagine the storyline is about a businessman or something like that, but then umuntu wakhona umgqokisa njengephara. it does not make sense. And you need to know, and as much as some of these things sounds very basic, which a businessman wears a suit, but then you need to know what type of businessman is this person. Like umuntu onjani really, because let's be honest, not all businessmen actually are the three-piece type of suit vibe. Just getting to the mind of that character really excites me. And yeah, that's why I would like to become a wardrobe stylist, to why I started my channel. So my channel for me was just so that I can educate people about fashion and educate myself more about fashion, and just to take fashion more seriously. I was bored every time I had like a fashion question and I search it on YouTube. Every person you see there from UK, Australia, America, goopy, goopy, and I'm like, where are the South Africans in this? Like, where are they? And when you see South Africans that do fashion content, it's mostly holes. And they are fun, but then I would love to learn more about fashion. So that's why I decided, you know what, since clearly nobody wants to do it, let me do it. It was that type of situation. And yeah, I just want to educate people more about fashion, the different types of styling, designers out there, the different styles that are out there, finding your personal style, and just to take you guys through my own personal journey into becoming a stylist, own personal style. And also, yeah, so that's what I wanted to do with my channel, just to educate people more, so that they can have someone that is more relatable. Because sometimes when you watch people from other countries, yes, you're gonna get answers to your questions, but then the way things that are done that side is not the same way things are done here. So kunobutricky kancane lapha nalapha, and I just wanted to get someone who can properly explain such things. And I was like, you know what, let me rather create this platform just to share with everybody my own training to become a stylist, and just about fashion in general. And honestly, one thing I always say on my videos, that I'm not a fashion professional. I am here to learn as much as you guys are here to learn. As I am teaching you guys, I'm also teaching myself everything that has to do with fashion. And yeah, so that is it for the part of my channel. So let us get into my personal style. So where am I at in terms of my personal style? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys and tell you guys, Guti, since kwaba yini, I cannot explain what type of style I have. I honestly cannot tell you what type of style that I have. And I was the type of person who nangenestolo, I will just take something for the sake of taking it, and because I was just excited we were shopping, and when I get home I'm like but then I was like, oh, just wait for the sake of wearing it. And but obviously there were some items that I absolutely loved so much. But honestly, for me, when I go shopping, I just pick up whatever I want to pick out, or just buy things that are trending. That was just me, and I did not take much focus into. But Dipsy, what is your style actually? What actually do you like? What looks good on your body and stuff like that? And now, since recent years, slowly starting to kind of focus on finding my own personal style. And I did a whole video on finding your own personal style, and I did say that it should not be a rushed process. It should be something that you take slowly and just have fun with it and just experiment. And I think that's where I'm at in life. I low-key know which type of direction I want to take in terms when it comes to my personal style, because um, I know right now that what I want something that is a wardrobe that is very versatile, and I always talk about versatility in my videos. versatile and also that is comfortable and something that makes sense and something that looks good on me. So now and then when I do go shopping, I do look at, oh, how does this look on my body? When you get to the fitting room, does this look good on me? Do I like how it looks? And so far, since I've been more cautious about that, um things have been getting a bit easier. I've started having a Pinterest board where I just put everything that I like, anything that looks interesting to me. I just created a board and just put it there. And right now I do know what I do want in terms of the type of styles that I like and the type of colors. And yeah, one thing I'm sure that I am not a fan of currently, it is really a fan of skirts and dresses. Like, because I'm just so bored at the fact that every time you go to church or you go to a funeral or when you want to go to an event, the first thing that comes to mind is wearing a skirt or a dress. And that kind of bores me. Like, you know, so I'm not really a fan. Like, I mean, there are a lot of skirts and dresses that look absolutely beautiful and be like, oh my god, but then I'm just at a point where I'm just like, yeah, nah, for me, I'm good. I'm a pants girl type of vibe. So the furthest I could go to something that looks like a skirt is probably a skirt. And also, if you see me wearing a skirt, just know it's either I'm going to church or a funeral, and that's it. So yeah, and I'm just trying to, and literally I have one skirt, guys. And if like, you might see me wearing the skirt so many times in one place, because for me it does not make sense to have a whole bunch of skirts when I never wear them. So it's little things like that when it comes to my personal style, to be like, oh yeah, let me not buy more of this, because there's no point of me buying something that I'm not gonna wear. So that's what I'm trying to do now, just being more cautious. What do I really like to wear? Does this make sense for me to have in my closet? And that I look up to when it comes to style. And it's so weird how each and every one of them, their style is just, just so different. But then I just love how they just put clothes together and it just looks so good, so beautiful. So I love Karen Bridge, and I've said this I think so many times on my channel. Karen has a way, she is like, her style is like street style, it's like comfortable, it's like she mixes things that don't make sense and they look good. And sometimes in her videos, like when she shows us like a certain item, and she'll be like, yeah, this item may not look that flattering or whatever, but once she puts it together, just like, oh my god, wow. I love Karen's style so much. Like, yeah, guys, I love her. I love Tiana Taylor, and I'm not into like really that much of a baddie, show booty. Well, I don't have any booty to show, but show a bit of booty, show a bit of skin. But I actually do love her style, and I like how sometimes the way she uses like jewelry in our corner, it it's so amazing. And yeah, I just love Tiana Taylor. And then Lori Harvey, Lori Harvey, oh my god, oh my god, Lori Harvey is the best, guys. Is the when it comes to style, guys, Lori Harvey, as much as Vera Yena, she's more of the girly side, where she's wearing mostly dresses and skirts and whatever, but I do love her style. Like, I just love her style. I don't have a reason, but I just do love her style. Lori Harvey. And then Tracy Ellis Ross, I also love her style, and her and also Yasmin for me, I love both their styles. And for me, it's just like, when I'm older, I still want to look stylish, and I look up to them. Once I get to like my 40s, 50s, going onwards, like, I want to look like them. I want to still be stylish, still dress up for my age, still be colorful, still, still have a sense of style, man. I really, really do look up to Tracy Ellis Ross and Yasmin for me. This is just me thinking about future me, that which is, this is the aesthetic that I just wanna go for. And then Cardi B, I started liking her style after the Vogue photo shoot she did, and I was like, oh my god, now this I like. And then I just started being more aware of what she's wearing. And yeah, she's into the baddie type of vibe, which I'm not really into, but in general I love her style. I really do love her. There's just some edginess, some like a baddie type of vibe going on, and it just looks so good. I absolutely love her style. And somebody else that I loved their style has to be Ricky Rick, RIP, especially after the whole Silukotin phase. After that, I was like, oh my god, Ricky Rick knows how to dress. He unesitayela. And I was like, yeah, when it comes to South African gents and dressing, Ricky Rick had to be number one. And yeah, I just looked up to him in terms of style. So is like, as you guys can see, if you search these people, you can see how their styles is just so. And I am also still, still trying to find myself. I almost know, like I already, like I said, I know that I want something that is versatile and comfortable, and at the same time I'm still all over the place on as to how I can sum this whole thing of this is my personal style. That's the stage that I'm at, and I'm gonna take you guys throughout this whole video. So this journey with me through my videos. I'll be sharing with you, this is where I'm at in terms of my style. And like I said, currently with my style, I do not have a style. I just color the clothes for the sake of color at this point. And but then like I said, I want to be honest with you guys and just take you guys throughout the whole journey into me finding my personal style. I already done I've been aware of what I buy. I know certain items that I think look good on me, certain colors. I know I have a Pinterest board, and I have sort of people that I look up to when it comes to style. So kancane kancane, eventually I will get to where I want to be. And like, guys, don't pressurize yourself. And in that video I did even explain that you just need to look at your lifestyle as a whole, so that you just don't buy things for the sake of buying. Because some of the things that I've saved on my Pinterest board, they do not make sense for where I'm at in life, because I really do sometimes like this whole formal type of style, but then it really does not make sense to me where formal, like formal, you just need to look at your life as a whole. Would see which are the events that am I constantly going to. When I'm at home, what is it that I like to wear? When I go out for drinks, when I go out for this, for that, just look at your life as a whole. And choose things that will make sense according to your lifestyle. And yeah, and I hope this video was quite informative in getting to know me, how I started loving fashion, my career, and my personal style, and just where I kind of see myself um, with this channel, with my personal style, my career, etc. And yeah, if you guys are on a journey to finding your own personal style, do not rush, have fun, make mistakes. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, to get to know me more, of why I started my channel, where I'm at in terms of personal style, career wise, what I'm looking for, etc. And yeah, guys, if you wanna find your own personal style, I do have a whole video where I talk about finding a personal style. I have another video where I talk about the different styles that are out there, so please do go check those out. And honestly, in this whole process, really slow, don't rush, have fun, allow yourself to make mistakes, and just experiment. And yeah, with that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on all the socials. I will leave all the details in the description below, and I will see you guys next time.